Welcome to the tutorial on making fused glass pendants in a microwave kiln. Today we're going to be making a July 4th pendant and some summary pendants. I'm Heidi Lusk with Lusk Studio. Basically, we're going to be making a couple of different pendants today, a flower pendant and a 4th of July pendant with a spiral bail that's made out of spiral sterling silver wire or a wire of your choice. The tools and materials needed are, of course, safety gloves and goggles. You're going to need a glass cutter, some confetti glass, that's the really thin glass, millefiori, and you actually won't need any of the thicker glass for this particular tutorial, but I wanted to show it to you. You'll also need a microwave, and remember not to use your microwave for food after that, and of course your microwave kiln. You'll also need some wire pliers. You'll need some bent nose and round nose pliers, and you'll need about 3 to 4 inches of sterling silver wire. We'll also need kind of a makeshift crucible for mashing up some of the glass for one of the pendants. First, what we need to do is cut a piece of shelf paper for the kiln, and I just actually use a hole punch that's 2 by 2. Punch it out and it fits nicely in there. I also designed my piece on the actual kiln itself because that way I don't have to worry about moving things onto the kiln and things falling off and things sliding around. And believe me, some of this takes a long time to get exactly where you want it. So I'm starting out with one of the clear pieces, one of the clear discs from FuseWorks, and then what I'm going to do is take some confetti, some of the real thin glass. I've kind of just made it into strips. I didn't even use my cutter for this. Something that looks kind of abstractly like some stripes from the flag. I want this to be abstract and not exact because it's going to just kind of be a funky little pendant. So I'm going to put little stripes in there. Some little red stripes, and just to move things around, I usually use either some tweezers or I use one of my little fine diamond files with a pointy tip, and just kind of move it around there and get it exactly where you want it. Keep in mind you want to do these fairly thin because the glass will kind of blob and expand as you cook it. But here is what we're also going to use is a Blue Star millefiori piece of glass. So I'm just going to put that on there, and then to kind of make everything heat to be even once it has fired, I'm putting another round clear glass disc, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to reach around here so that I can get that in there, and I know I'm in the way here. But basically then what I'm going to do is put the top on and get ready to fire up the microwave. Okay, now different thicknesses of glass require different times in the microwave. What I typically do is start out with 2 to 3 minutes and check it and then add more time on if needed. This one today, I think I'm going to start out with about 3 minutes. Set it in there, and then I kind of I always just double check it just to make sure that nothing has come unsettled. Be really careful with that. Okay. And I'm going to put it on for about 3 minutes. And then while that's getting ready, you're going to see when it starts to fuse, you're going to see like a yellow glow from there. While we're waiting, I just wanted to show you that I also use a fire brick. Now these you can purchase at different stores and potteries. It's pretty cheap. And then also the FuseWorks kiln comes with some gloves. Then you can see that little at the top, that little orange glow. I'm going to put on my little gloves that came with my FuseWorks kiln, and I will take that out. You can see the glow when I lift that up. It looks perfect. So I'm just going to lift that out and set it over here on my fire brick to cool. And the reason for the fire brick is it absorbs heat, and if you have a plastic table or even a wooden table, you don't want to ruin it. See how dark that is? It will, when it actually cools, it will be red, but at first it is kind of dark, so don't freak out about that. All right, now I've waited about 45 minutes and I'm going to go ahead and take it out. It's cooled, and I'm going to try to get it off that paper. Now you'll notice that when you take it off the paper, there's a bunch of yuck on the back, just the paper has stuck to it. So that will clean off nicely with a brush and some water. And then what I usually do is take a fine grit sandpaper and sand it just a tiny bit so that it won't be so rough on the back. To make the bail, we're going to do kind of a different bail. You can buy bails that you can glue on, but I love the look of this spiral bail, particularly with clear pendants. Take about 3 inches of sterling silver round wire. Use your round needle nose pliers, and you're going to be using your bent nose pliers as well, and then of course wire cutters if you need them. And I'm going to go ahead and make one of the ends first, and I'll show you how to make the other end just for time. But you're going to make kind of an S shape, so you'll make one end and then the other. Make sure the wire fits in there snugly. If you run your finger over it, you should not be able to feel it poking out the other side. Make one loop, and then pick up your bent nose pliers, place it in there to where it's sticking out the back, and you can just kind of wind it around. Just kind of keep adjusting it, wind it around.